Some advice for some athletes coming through is that this is 5 years of your life. You've got your whole life after that. I look back to when I came here in 2014 and it's gone by in a flash, and I know a lot of people say that, but it really does. To live in the moment, play and train like each time is going to be your last, embrace the people around you, and most importantly, have fun.
Reason number one, coach has got to try to not be so fat. Okay, everyone can sympathize with that. Reason number two is the girls will be running this hill when we get in preseason camp, and I like to kick their ass.
If you don't get the beep test.
If I don't get the beep test. But if I can kick some of their ass, then I can really like tell them, hey, you're out of shape. You got to get in better shape, because your coach, who's almost 40, can beat you running up and down the hills. Now today could be a different story.
All right, I'm going now.
Okay, go. Stop talking about it.
Is definitely an intimidating one. And I'm sure she knows that, and I like that though. Like, I look up to that sort of thing, you know, like I'm not close with everyone just yet, and like we're still building on that and like in all our relationships and stuff. But with Tori, like you can already tell like she's a badass.
I think sometimes I get intimidated and then I gotta get it out of my head. Like, what are you doing? She's just another player. Like, she's great, obviously, but I gotta like play her honest, and I'd wanna play her how I'd want her to play me.
I see that side of her where she's like really soft and really goofy, and she is silly.
She's like my little bigger sister. She's 2 years older than me, but she's still my little sister. And me and her, we worked a lot. We went through a lot of stuff down here, not seeing our family and all that. And like always keep each other accountable. Me and her have a different relationship, and no one will understand our relationship over here.
I mean, I've watched Tori evolve over time. I watched Tori come in as a rookie, fiery and high energy, and now she's just become this very polished professional basketball player. And she's the kid that makes them go, and so we constantly have to be aware of where she is.
You love to have a point guard like that, and I think that obviously her and Chris have a pretty good dynamic, because you have to have that with your point guard.
Right now, the level Tori's playing at, it honestly doesn't matter who we play. We're gonna win the level she's playing at as long as she's healthy. You know, if I was guessing she'd be an all-conference player this year, she's above the level of when we won a championship. And to win in this league, in many leagues, you need a really good veteran guard. I have two really, really good guards right now, and Haley's really good as well. But Jade and Tori are playing at an extremely high level. So impressed with what I've seen in Tori, but she also put in the work. She put hundreds of hours in this summer, not only on her fitness, but shooting the ball and trying to get better. And I think that sets a really good example for everyone else.
Here's the deal. I know that some of you guys are doing stuff afterwards, right? You're gonna meet as a group after, right? Okay. There's your culture from last year.
I already have it. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Okay. So it's one of those things, I wouldn't rush it today, first day, because when did you guys do your culture thing that year that you won?
We did the first day.
I swear we always do it the first day, don't we?
Regardless, there's no rookie shit this year. Okay, so you guys are going to be cleaning up everything the first 2 weeks. Every piece of tape, everything, every pile on every ball. You guys are setting an example.
Can I just ask a question, not for you to make it, but is this something you read?
This is something I've been debating with. Read, listened to, watched, yes.
Like, what's changed?
So Tori, you've been on Easy Street for 6 years, so it's time to go back and help out.
The struggle right now is the vets are playing right here, and I got a bunch of rookies. So the vets really have to set the tone and play at that level to bring the rookies up. And some of the practices, they've kind of sunk down.
Any issues moving in, first of all? No? Everyone on residence is in? Why did I sit us right here, Tori? We are around the Rustler head. But more importantly, I wanted you guys to have a good view at that banner. Ultimately, that's our destination, okay? It's not our goal, because our goals are gonna be throughout the games, right? We're gonna have goals that we need to reach, but that's kind of where we wanna be destination-wise. Whether we get there or not, it's gonna be totally up to you guys. It's in your guys' hands. It really has nothing to do with anyone else except for yourselves. And it's all about how you guys come together as a team and play. But now the standard has been set, the championship banner. You see any other banners, that's the standard.
I think is one thing that
makes that a different obstacle. You have to dedicate more time to each of them because spending time with 7 people, you don't always get the same face time with.
I think it's been a struggle to be like, to get everyone on board with the same like goal, and especially because we've won. We're so hungry for that again that we like want to do everything that it takes to get there, and we know what we did in the year that we won, and those people don't know what we did in the year we won, so it's almost an unfair expectation.
This is mostly mental, right? This isn't like that hard physically on you. I'm 50 years old, I can do this fine, okay? It's more just the mental side of pushing through. So everything that we do, practice last night, today, and now being out here in, what is it, 32 degrees probably, okay? I want to see if you guys can push through failure. That's what I want to see, is how mentally tough we are.
Yeah, puke off the back.
Yeah, if you're puking, that way.
Let's go down! Sprint those hills! Hell yeah! Let's go, Lee! So close! You're on. Good job, Hev.
Good girl, good job.
Good.
Sit if you need to, Lena. Sit on the chair if you need to. How you doing?
Good.
Okay. Deep breaths, take your time.
I need some good stretching. Who stretched before this? Nobody? Chris, did you stretch?
No, I'm 50, I don't stretch.
You're supposed to, whatever. You don't look old, okay? You don't seem old, too.
I feel like I'm 75. Koi.
Well, shit.
Alana, if you're done, meet Lena halfway. Just encourage her. Even if you walk it up, you know what I mean?
Good job, good push. There you go. Keep going, Lee. Let's go all the way, all the way. Make it there.
Let's go. It's done. You got this. Stay strong. You got it. Be done. Good job, bud. Good job.
Take it. Yeah.
You wanna go walk? Let's go. Let's go for a walk. This is when hard work pays off. You got this. Let's go.
Did not prepare myself, did not expect to run hills. As I was running, like, of course it was tough, and you know, you got on camera, I was crying and I had to throw up and all that stuff, but when they all started holding my hands, like, it's something I've never experienced. I never thought I would experience ever, and it was really good. After the first practice, I was like, this is like my team. Like, I love these people and I just met them 90 minutes ago. Like, it was crazy. And I'd never felt so welcomed on a team before.
So hopefully it's a good indication that they're all in shit shape coming into the season, but what you're seeing right now is why this group's special. Not every group would rally around people going up and down. So, and I think that's when you're in it, you realize how special this specific group is and the culture that they carry. So it's all self-led. So we'll talk about, that's what makes us so strong, and the fact that they won't let anyone give up. The reality is a couple of reasons why we do this, right? One, I need you guys to understand the condition we need to get in, okay? 1 through 16, we all got to be able to sprint that 16 times, okay? That's where we need to get to. We're not there right now, so be it, right? It's June. We have July, August, and then we have to get in shape realistically before November. But as I said, this is what makes this group special, right? The fact that you guys are rallying around each other, going up there with each other, right? And what made this team a championship team is being there for each other and knowing that you guys can count on each other. In order for us to get there, right, the girls that struggled today running, you know your teammates are going to be there for you, helping you out. Now you got to return the favor when we get in the court for practice, when we're doing conditioning, to make sure we're all going to be there, right? And my job, and I hope you guys realize, I'll stop.
This is cool.
This is unbelievable.
Woo! Skid. Yeah! I'm not sure. I thought he was going to take our stuff. You're not going to see that anywhere.
He for sure is going to roll. And I need you guys to understand that being here, I'm not going to let you guys settle for less than your best. I only want the best. So for me, we're only competing against ourselves. We're competing to win our conference, to win a national championship, and I need to get everything out of you guys.
Finish. That's fucking hard, so good work.
Let's bring it to practice tonight and compete as well. Don't slack just because we did this.
So intensity's high tonight. It'll be shorter and it'll be a lot of scrimmage type stuff. If the intensity isn't great, then we'll do a lot of breakdown and then scrimmage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, also good job touching on the hills. Good job touching. Good teams touch.
LC on 2 on 2.
LC!
All the touching. All the touching.
Take it in and
Ice cream time.
ice cream!
Yes. Ice cream.
Rustler Nation, it's time to stand up and cheer. Your women's basketball team are the 2020 ACAC champions. 64-50 over the Keano Huskies. After years of coming so close, Chris King and his squad have reached the pinnacle. What a moment for fourth-year Tori Dugan and third-year Jaden Cook. Your 2020 champions, the Lakeland College Rustlers.
Anyways, we're all like literally stressed. We were in this big circle thing over there sitting, and everyone's just like stressing and waiting. Al came in, he's like, congrats girls, and da 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 da. He's like talking to us about it. And then he's like, well, Nationals is canceled. And we're like, what?
Probably the toughest conversation ever, because you look at all these kids, they knew what was coming. They knew there was nothing that we were going to be able to play. But I think probably deep down inside their heart, they were hoping that there was going to be some way that they could compete.
We didn't ever finish that season. So to all of us, I think we're very proud to win the first ACAC gold for basketball in the school's history. But I think all of us feel like it didn't mean anything because we couldn't finish off what we came to do.
Just kind of tells you the desire, the passion, the drive that these kids had, and that whole season when they went through so much that year, and then they get to their second biggest goal, and that is to get to nationals, and then they're told, sorry, it's outside of your control, we have to cancel.
I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. for no reason and run those hills up for this. Like, I was going to be the national championship for that too. We literally worked for this the whole year long. And then he's like, yeah, we're not gonna have it.
Yeah, it was awful for the athletes. It was awful for me. From us going from a championship, winning a championship, thinking we're going to a national championship 7 days later and being canceled. I don't think I've experienced that much heartbreak with a group ever in my life. And then when you carry that forward to the next year, we didn't get to play basketball at all. So it's been absolutely devastating for a lot of athletes, and it's affected their mental health a lot more than I think anyone athletically could realize, because these athletes were so close to being the best in Canada and not having a chance to actually see if they were.
Yeah, I was just the one that got away, but we got it stripped from us, like something that no one could control. And I think that was so crushing. My parents obviously stress about my mental health and my well-being, especially going through all this stuff, like not having basketball. But I haven't seen my family in almost 3 years, and that for me is just like, why am I here? But I still have to keep reminding myself there's so much unfinished business, and I'm here for a national championship. If there's any chance that I can play, I'm gonna play.
It's not just basketball now, it's your marks, and also pressure from parents. I know a lot of people are still feeling that. And then obviously your relationships too. It's so many things that we have to deal with. All the haters, telling us that we're not really worthy. That's just another thing that's like, okay, so we gotta deal with this too. And we're still gonna go out every weekend, and we're still gonna play just as hard as everybody else.
I knew that she was a freak athlete and had a lot of potential, but I couldn't see how she could piece it together just from where she was in her first year to now. Like, she's a completely different person. I understand that if you're a late bloomer, like, it takes you longer to grow into your body or whatnot. But I think a big thing that I'm really proud of her for is like getting her help for her, like
anxiety and all of the mental stuff has been a massive factor for her. Her first year, she was getting the ball and slamming it against the wall. Like, she was full of anger management. Now she still gets angry, but it's like maybe 1/12 of what she would get in her first year. I know we still clash on certain things, but yeah, it's a pretty impressive story of hers.
Yeah. So it's mostly kind of here all the way down to the side of my foot. And there's like a pinpoint right here that's really sore to touch. And it's mostly sore moving laterally off it, both ways. And it's kind of been going on for a couple weeks now, and it's got progressively worse. Yeah. I would say I feel it during normal walking, like it's always there. Playing basketball, it's quite painful. Yeah, like the moving sideways, and then it's sore after the fact for sure. There's a little bit of pain.
Yeah?
Yeah. And there's really sore. Immediately before season started, I was told, we're not really sure what's going on with you, but just to be safe, like, you can't play.
It's really important that we treat this accurately, whatever it is. I want to win every game. I want to host league. I want to host the whole way through. If you miss 6 games, in your head, it's going to feel like the end of the world. I know that. I've been an athlete. I fucking get it. In my head, big picture, it's not the end of the world. And you've been a part of our team, and you know that our team gets drastically different January, February as we really start to like peak late. Okay. I also know that you have it in your head that you really want to prove yourself. You need to know you've proved yourself. I have all the faith in the world, and you have all the confidence in the world in you. You are starting. You have been starting. You've earned that spot. I think that you and I are similar in a little bit that we like to have a chip in a shoulder. I need you to have it when you come back, but you're already there. You're not your whole team knows that you're good. Everyone knows that you're a really big piece of the puzzle, right? So you don't have to worry about, I need to play home opener to prove that I'm good.
It's not ideal.
Not where you wanted to go going into the happiest week of what was supposed to be your life. Yeah.
It just sucks because I feel like I did everything right. And like I'm trying to look at like what's this trying to like teach me, but it really just feels like it's a big fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I did everything right. I did all the work. I like got better.
Yeah.
I did everything else, and then it's just like, well, you don't get a reward. And that's what I felt like last year when I didn't get to play. It was that I didn't get that reward from all my hard work, and now it's like
I really do.
I know.
I really do, except worse.
And especially because I was like so excited for people to like come watch.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that it's not ever gonna happen, but it's just, it's so like, it's so hard to just like wake up tomorrow and be like, no, like it's gonna happen eventually. But I've been saying that for 2 years.
Kobe. Those are good luck socks. There's usually a set. I got a bunch of dress socks, but we got some green ones, some Kobe socks. That you get in a little bit of a superstition after a while that like you can only wear a certain outfit on Friday night, certain outfit on Saturday. So if we lose, which we won't, but if we did, won't be wearing these socks for a long time. Who's giving me kisses? Hey! Hey! Nope. Hey, but where are we going?
Are you gonna watch the police game?
I'm going to watch the police game. Okay, Nashi.
We put on too much pepperoni on the pizza?
Did you want no pepper?
He wanted to make a Nash.
Okay, here, can I have a kiss before I leave?
Yeah.
Don't kiss the
Alright, you want to do cheese?
Okay, I'll see you later. You don't really get nerves, but once you see the energy of the girls, you kind of get a good feel off it. It'll be exciting to be back on the floor, but I got a feeling the nerves will be high. So coach-wise, I'm expecting some pretty sloppy basketball to start. So exciting.
Oh god, I feel actual sick.
Where the gold one started. But white. Huh? White.
I'm bringing 2.
How do you feel for tonight?
I'm really excited.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Good. I feel like today I felt like, where I said this to you in the car, but like so excited that I haven't really had time to feel nerves until we like sat down. And then I was like, my stomach was hurting a bit, but like I feel like it's more positive energy than maybe I've been feeling before.
Previous years, just generally more positive energy for like the whole, like even yesterday when we were talking to Chris and or with Bill Gay, when it was just 3 of us and just like, or Tori was in there too, and we're like just pumped, excited, know what we need to do. Like there's just like, yeah, a different level of confidence than we usually.
For some reason that was so stupid.
Nice and go, just the way I like it. Yeah. Is mine in that? Yeah, on the other side of it.
It's been 587 days since the CCAA canceled the 2020 National Championship, and the Rustlers' journey back to that stage begins tonight.
You know what? It's so good to be back in the barn. I'm told by the girls this morning that this place is now called the barn. I so miss the energy of basketball and the energy that the girls have when they play. We were watching the boys' game before. You could hear the girls screaming in the change room. There's a spirit and an energy to girls or to women's basketball that you sometimes don't find in men's basketball. They just feed off of each other. This team just has such a positive way of playing together, and I missed watching them play.
When you're like out there, all of a sudden it's 40 minutes, and then you're doing your stretching. All of a sudden it's 30 minutes. You're in the team room, and it's like just everything is so ritual, and like all of us are so superstitious also, of course, but it's like it's so ritual, so it's just so exciting.
And I knew the amount of work that I put in off season and even the past 2 years essentially with COVID, so the year before and then this past preseason, and I just felt like I wanted to prove it to myself, but also everyone else, that like how hard I worked was going to pay off. I mean, I was shooting my open threes.
Dugan from downtown,
I
good!
was taking it to the rim.
Dugan driving baseline, off glass, and the
I
foul!
was making kicks, and
Dugan finding Topologlu, jumpers, good!
I mean, everything just really started to fall for me.
We have a young group of girls in our program, and they got to see a leader put in the work. And honestly, she's one of those players that like never really got the spotlight because her coach held her back for a little bit. Her style of play holds her back for a little bit. In my mind, for the last 3 years, she's been the best player in our conference. But she only got one all-conference all-star.
I remember sometime in the first half, and I had a couple of quick turnovers, but then just made it up by a couple of defensive plays and then got to the line, and I remember feeling myself a little bit, getting into a rhythm. And then it was the last 10 seconds of the second quarter and had a buzzer beater 3 going into half, and yeah, that's when I was like, okay, like I'm gonna take over the game, because it was getting pretty close, and just made plays and the ball went in the hoop for me.
Dugan driving, finding Summers, and they beat the buzzer, a 9-point lead after 3 quarters of play for the Rustlers.
That and so exciting because, like you said, like she put that work in. We all watched it all summer, all preseason. To get to that point and see everything like fall into place, you just kind of like, that was a great set of the tone for that year too.
The defending champs start their season in style, an emphatic 83-64 victory over the Concordia Thunder, featuring a game-high 28 points from star point guard Tori Dugan.
I think it's been really hard and really good for me.
You lose touch pretty quickly if you're not in the gym every day.
Shoot the ball, Jade! Shoot the ball! Right now, I'm having a real tough time putting you in over any of these rookies right now. And you taking a dumb foul like that doesn't make me as a coach want to play you more, right?
They never saw that Bilge before probably, but this year like I want to be the best version of myself.